So, Sanzang, it was either talk about her now or talk about her when she gets her buff, and I would rather talk about her now. Um, just because I like having videos on characters as soon as possible. And today is just the earliest opportunity. She is pretty famous for being the single target caster you bring because of like how easy it is to make her work. And the fact you can just slap Black Grail on her to make her do even more damage. Yeah. So Sanzong, base attack, average at least for a 5 star. 11.5k is usually average. HP little low, but it's nothing to worry about really. She has stuff to like mitigate this. MP charge is healthy at 0.82%. Is good. Uh, I mean, technically, you would want. Hmm, I mean, since she's Buster, she actually kind of did want higher, higher hits on her arts to. But yeah, so basically, she's in a similar situation to Merlin. Like her refund should be similar to Merlin's, except she doesn't have the gauge per turn. And also, it would have been helpful if she had like MP charge at like 4% or 5, just based on her playstyle. And extra is above average. Everything else is below average. So, what she's most famous for, an 80% battery off the rip with 1 turn of MP damage. She comes in, breaks the bar, and then she falls off a little bit. Say a little bit because this MP damage isn't even that much of a. It's not that big of a drop in the pool if you're using Black Roll. Because if you're using Black Roll, it just goes from 100% MP damage to 80. So it's like, yeah, she falls off, but like not by that much. Like she's not missing out on like a super like a multiplicative buff. It's just like it's diminishing returns. So you're probably if you run Black Row with her, you're probably not even gonna notice this fall off. Second skill is what gets her back to her MP. 1500 damage cut, a taunt for 1 turn, and then a party wide charisma on a 5 turn cooldown. Helpful in a boss fight because then like Sanzong is taking the hits, and if you're just using her with double Vitch, you're gonna be popping this like back to back, yeah, back to back, and just refunding your MP off, just getting hit that much, which is why I wanted her to be. It's why I wanted her to have like a higher MP charge because if she's getting taunted, like if she's taunting herself and then getting hit, it would help her refund and like make it so she doesn't have to like rely on double Vitch to like block 50 it. Like she probably might be able to get to 100. It really depends on the enemy hit count. Third skill, MP Gen 30% helps because this affects when she gets hit, when she taunts herself. Party Star Gen. I mean, sure, the QABs would be nice. Put the quick card at the back and then she can crit easier. Uh, yeah, and then her refund should be better. If you want more refund, just put the arts card in the back. It helps. It honestly does help that she's single target buster. She can't do brave buster chins, but she can do QABs, which is her for her benefit. Her refund is better because of QABs, and she has the option of choosing refund or star gen. Not like she has the worst star gen. It's just not the best. Better than night class, like all of them. Yeah, yeah, she has better gen than like a lot of other classes. Oh yeah, and party debuff immunity for 1 turn. Yeah. Um, I don't even know what to buff on her. I honestly think they'd probably buff this skill over buffing her battery. Like, if they buff the battery, they make it 3 turns. That's it. Yeah. Yeah, if they buff the battery, it's they make this 3 turns. They're not gonna reduce the cooldown of the battery. They're not gonna make it 80% 6 turn. And yeah, I wanna say buff battery and make this 3 turns and maybe 30%. I don't think that's too crazy considering this is only 20% and then she doesn't have other buffs. Who knows? Territory creation A, get mana loading, and then she could start off the rip. You don't have to use Vitch charges on her to get her MPing. Just have this leveled, and then you're good to go. She does have a buffed MP that ignores defensive buffs, so it's nice when it happens, but this isn't gonna come up too often. And her overcharge, holy shit! If you're spamming MPs, you are not getting critted. You are not getting critted. 80% for 1 turn. Like, put that into perspective. That is the enemy draining you of 40 stars, and then you trying to crit off that. It's not happening. You're like, unless you're doing a QAB, you'll be lucky to get 1 card critting. Bond CE is Buster performance and reduces party defense while she's on the fence. Yeah, while she's on the field. Not a fan of this. Not a fan of it. Oh, it does help. It gives her a new buff if you go 0 to 100 because she can't do it. It's just Black Grail is going to be so much better than this and isn't going to like interfere with her own gameplay. Because that defense down is going to like, it's going to make this part like it's not even there. Should you summon for Sanzang? No. She's very good. She's good. If you have Ilya though, you're probably good. If you have Shuten Doji, you don't have the battery, but you do have a single target buster caster. And I don't think. Hold up. Single target. Sanzang's here. Shuten Doji's here. And if you're fighting demonic, Shuten Doji's here. Yeah, Shuten Doji can kind of just like blow Xuanzang out the water, but only like that's normal. But I think Shuten Doji caster is like has like 1 turn stuff. So yeah, Xuanzang is gonna be better than Shuten Doji caster, but you don't need Xuanzang. You don't need her. So if you really want her, just pull her off the ticket or wait to get spooked by her. All right. I will see you guys in the next